was a fatal mistake that left a young father dead, killed by a bullet from an NYPD officer's gun. Thanks for staying with us tonight. I'm Tamsin Fidel.
And I'm John Muller. This case was so tragic. Then Commissioner Ray Kelly offered his condolences and admitted it was an accident. Well, now, years after legal battles, the city has agreed to settle a lawsuit with his family.
Yeah, tonight they spoke exclusively with Pix 11. Christian Benavides has the story.
They feel like they have all the power in the world and they can do what they want and then just come over and give an apology. If my brother would have been the one who killed the police officer, he would have been in jail for a long time.
It's now been 5 years, 10 months, and 23 days since 20-year-old Reynaldo Cuevas lost his life, killed by an NYPD officer who accidentally shot him. Now the city has finally agreed to settle a lawsuit filed by the family. Their lawyer revealing to Pix 11 exclusively the settlement is just awaiting approval from a surrogate judge in the Bronx because the funds are all expected to go to his daughter.
They can stop fighting the city and they can start, grieving for their son the way that they should have been able to do 6 years ago.
Cuevas, then a father of a 2-year-old, was his daughter's sole financial provider. Here is little Jamie Nicole today, now 7 years old.
If you ask her, where's your dad? She'll say, oh, he's in heaven protecting me.
According to court documents, Cuevas was shot by Officer Ramesh Bengali, then a 7-year veteran of the force. Police responded to a robbery at this bodega on Franklin Avenue. When the suspects saw police arrive on scene, they ran to the back of the store. Cuevas and the store's night manager took the opportunity to run out through the front door. First, the night manager comes out with his hands up. Then Cuevas frantically runs out of the store, colliding with the officer. That's when police say the officer fired his weapon accidentally. Today, he's still a full-duty officer, still patrolling the streets of the Bronx.
We don't have any type of hate towards him. We let all the hate go, but that I hope he find peace within himself, since he never was able to give an apology to my mother.
You think he should have personally apologized?
Yes.
Why?
Because he committed the crime, and since he was man enough to pull a trigger on a 20-year-old boy, he should be man enough to look at my mother in the eyes and say sorry.
The family attorney is speaking out because he says cases like this shouldn't drag on for years.
They're afraid that, officers, which have a very powerful union, are going to think that they're weak. And I would say that the opposite would actually happen.
The family hopes this chapter is finally coming to a close. Nicole still has a tattoo of her brother's name in her back. She says she still thinks about him each and every day.
He didn't get to live. He didn't get to be a teenager. He didn't get to be a young boy who can just live his life. And when he just started his life, it got taken away from him, and it wasn't fair.
I'm Christian Benavides, Pix 11 News.
And we did reach out to the city's law department, which acknowledged it received our request for comment, but we have yet to hear back.